July 2nd, 2025. I repeated today basically what I did yesterday as far as sleeping in. I think I got 7-ish hours of sleep. Felt pretty good, pretty relaxed. Had a pretty calm morning. Today I mostly focused on a little bit of the graphic stuff I was working on yesterday, a little bit of the what was the other thing I was working on? Basically 2 different projects. What was that? I'm not remembering what my second project was. That's kind of what ate up most of my day. I think the middle of the day was pretty chill. My sister's family came home from their camping trip, sometime in the mid-afternoon. And then I headed out to arm wrestling practice. My arm is still needing a lot of healing, so I didn't really do much on my right at all, and not even a lot on my left, but a little bit of pulling on my left. And then we did a little bit of weight, sort of 1-rep max type things with the Rolling Thunder handle, and a little bit with pronating riser lift at the end of practice there. So that was good. I haven't really done that really ever before, so that was good. And that basically comprised my whole day. I guess afterward, I just came back and mostly watched YouTube and chilled and that kind of thing. That leads me to my thought of the day. I posted today the link for the Amazon rental of the latest feature I got to be the director of photography for. I guess maybe it just got on Amazon recently, and the director wanted to promote it. Of course, I want to promote it as well. So I sent that out on Facebook and got a lot of response from my friends. It was just cool to hear from everybody, friends and family. And among those responses was a friend I haven't really seen in person or talked to maybe in 10, 12 years, maybe longer. I'm not remembering exactly. It's been a while. Man, it has been a long time. And she mentioned in her response, she asked me if I had still worked on one of the story ideas that I had told her back in the day, about a man who every night he tries to go to sleep and he wakes up in a different person's body every day or every night, and it's not something he controls. Not that she relayed all of that in the message, but she referred to that story, and it kind of reminded me that, oh yeah, I have never fully fleshed that out, but I did write out some script for it at some point, and kind of I've just toyed with the idea in a variety of ways over the years, and even kind of spun off sort of similar but different ideas for maybe different scripts. But yeah, it just reminded me that I think it's a cool idea. She thought it was cool, but it kind of makes me wonder if it's maybe something worth tackling nowadays. Like maybe the new me slash old me, the me that has experienced life between the genesis of that original idea and now, has a more informed or experienced view of the concept, of the premise, and maybe I have a better way of presenting or kind of putting that story together now. In the sense of writing, even, like, I wonder, I've never really used any AI tools. ChatGPT is a pretty common thing these days. I don't think I've ever personally even gone to the ChatGPT site to talk with ChatGPT or whatever. I don't have any experience with that, but I know it's a tool in general that can be used to, I think you can have it do programming for you. You can have it probably have it write scripts for you. So I kind of wonder if maybe exploring the idea a little bit, the little bit that I've said here is very minor part of the overall story that I kind of put together, the premise. And I wonder if taking that to ChatGPT could potentially, or whatever AI writing tool, could potentially help me flesh out a really cool script. Because the nuts and bolts of writing are actually kind of fun for me, but so time consuming. I kind of rather maybe enjoy the idea of quick editing, letting the thing kind of put it all together and then let me revise and edit as makes sense to my sensibilities. Anyway, that's kind of my deep thought of the day. Not that it's a deep thought per se, but it's just more of a quandary I have, thinking about what kind of value AI writing tools could be in this sense, or in this situation. So where does that bring me to the call to action? I guess the call to action would be maybe learning about the tools, learning about what AI is. I have loosely paid attention to AI stuff. I think it's important to pay attention to, in a sense, what is it doing, or what is it becoming? What's happening to it that is shaping the world in general? It's a very complicated and, I think, misunderstood thing that is part of the modern landscape, and so I loosely paid attention to that news as I can. I think of all news outside of maybe like medical advances and things, the AI news seems to be the only news that seems important to me right now. I know there's a lot of political stuff happening. I'm pretty anti-political. I just think politics are literally tools of the rich designed to divide people, to control them. And so I'm not interested in politics in general. But the ideas about, or the status and happenings of AI seems like it has very real actual impact on the world and on my life and the life of everybody I know, that you know. So I just feel like it's valuable to pay attention to it. Anyway, my call to action, I guess, then is, see, what does it do for AI writing? How can it write for me? Help me write. Help me flesh out the ideas of my script, or ideas of my story. I don't know. Maybe I'll tackle that tomorrow. I don't know. But yeah, pay attention to AI. There we go. Call to action. Anyway, hopefully that was useful, and y'all enjoy. Take it easy until next time.